I want us to have as much fun with this as humanly possible. I'm going to go through the exercises or the drills as quickly as I can. If you did nothing else but the drills I'm about to share with you every day for 30 days, your life would change. Your life would change. Julie, my cat is sleeping. Is that okay? Your cat will be sleeping until you start doing this exercise. And then the energy in the room will shift. Your cat will wake up and it will jump in your lap. But don't believe me. Test it out and you will see. Okay. Animals are extremely, extremely, extremely sensitive to the subtle micro changes or micro pulsations of your energy fields in the room. They're very, very sensitive to that. And because we're going to be changing your energy, your different levels of your nervous system into very high vibrations, it's going to want to come along for the ride. So, all right. So you guys ready to play? Yes or yes? Cool. I want you to stand up. Now, for those of you who have issues with playfulness, remember a time in your life when you felt the most amazing, wonderful, satisfying, intense pleasure ever. In fact, why don't we do that one first? Why don't we do that one first? I want you to stand up. I want you to close your eyes. Think back to a time in your life when you were feeling the most amazing, thrilling, fulfilling, satisfying pleasure imaginable. Oh my God, really? No, I'm teasing, right? I'm not the pleasure police. I don't care what you were doing, who you were with, how many state lines you crossed, how many laws you broke, right? All I care about what substances were involved, how many people were involved, whether there was clothing or not. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is that when you remember that most amazing, wonderful, satisfying, gratifying, pleasurable experience, it's the best one you can come up with in the moment. Okay? Whatever it is, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to remember that moment. I want you to remember what you were seeing in that moment of absolute pleasure. Remember what you were smelling and what you were tasting. And when you have that, and you see what you see, and you hear what you hear, and you smell and you taste what you smell and you taste, there is an amazing, wonderful feeling you get, a feeling of absolute pleasure. Now, as you allow that feeling to well up from deep inside of you, from whatever part of your body it's stored, I want you to focus fully on following my instructions. Do not attempt in this moment to type anything in the chat or answer any of the questions I'm about to ask you in the chat. Simply answer it for yourself out loud. As you think of that, as you feel that amazing pleasure welling up from deep inside of you, I'd like you to notice that there's a place in your body where it starts, where it grows, where it spreads from. Take a moment, notice where you feel it, and point to it. First impression. Always go with your first impressions. Okay, if you find yourself going, oh, that can't be right, or what I meant was this, go with the first thing that came up, disregard everything else. Point to where you feel it. If there was a color connected to that feeling, what color or colors might it be for you? First impression. And whatever it is, I want you to imagine a brilliant ball of that energy floating above your head. I'd like you to notice how the feelings in your body shift and changes with every breath you take and every beat of your heart. That amazing ball of energy begins to grow, begins to expand, begins to fill the entire room from floor to ceiling, from wall to wall, and all points in between. Notice how it wraps itself around you like an amazing blanket of pleasure. A cocoon, a shield, a suit of armor, insulating you, protecting you from all bummers, all downers, all less than pleasurable experiences, real or imagined, while at the same time flooding your mind, flooding your body, flooding your spirit with everything it most wants, everything it most needs, in an infinite, ever-expanding, and unlimited supply. And when you know you've got that, breathe those amazing colors through your entire being. Let it fill you up like water fills up a bottle, like fluid fills up a test tube, like hot air or helium fills up a balloon. Anchor it in. so fully, so completely. No force in the universe can turn it off or take it away, not even you. And when you realize it's true, it's locked in, impossible to turn off, test it. Try to turn it off. Try to imagine something outside of you trying to turn that off and notice what happens instead. And when you're satisfied, I want you to stop testing. Let that energy flow even stronger. Now, when you're satisfied, stop testing, allow your eyes to open, and type in the chat what you just experienced. Edie says release. Daniel says best feelings of my life. Lamar says powerful. Jag says out of the zombie state. Hallelujah, Jag. Felt it in my belly. The color orange as it grew, my temperature went up. I smiled. Excellent. Michelle says peace. David says almost ecstasy. Perfect. Great. Calm. Excellent. We're just getting started. Liliana says a flood of joyful memories. You guys ready to make it even better? Victor says expansion, vitality. Julie says yes. All right. Tim says flush of energy. All right. So all we did here was we activated a memory, found the somatic location, the body location where it is, turned it into a color, manipulated the color. Your nervous system said, oh, I can do that, and did everything else for you. Daryl says floating light as a feather in peace. Very good. Close your eyes once again. Imagine that color above your head. Fill the room with it. Wrap it around you. Breathe it through your entire being. Twice as strong as before. There's no need to measure it or manage it or make it happen faster. Just notice the process taking place. Allow it to install itself fully and completely, whole and total. And when you know you've got it, test it. Try to turn it off. Try to take it away. Try to imagine something outside of you taking this away and notice what happens instead. When you're satisfied, and only when you're satisfied, stop testing. Notice where it's strongest in your body, where it started from, and point to it again. As you do that, and you become aware of that spot, I'm going to ask you a separate question now. If there was a picture floating somewhere in the space around you that represented that amazing experience, a picture you could reach out and touch with your other hand, where would you reach out to touch it? First impression. Just reach out with that other hand and touch it. Now take both of your hands. Trace the outline of that picture with both of your hands so you know how big it is. And make sure we've got the right one. Grab the edges of it, make the picture bigger, and notice, do the feelings get stronger or do they get weaker? Doesn't matter what happens, just know which one happens. Bring it back to its original size. Keep the size of the picture now exactly the same and slowly pull it closer to your body. And notice, do the feelings get stronger or do they get weaker? Now take it, lift it up over your head, pull it down around you like a big blanket, and notice what happens to the feelings now. Do they get stronger or do they get weaker? And just enjoy it. Now you can have these feelings back in whatever way you want in just a moment. But for the sake of our drill, I want you to unwrap that feeling, lift it back up over your head. Now, most of you know what a Frisbee is or a pizza box or something like that. I want you to imagine now that this picture that you're holding up there is now shaped like a Frisbee or a disc or a pizza box. And I want you to take that Frisbee or pizza box. I want you to throw it behind you, all the way behind you for miles and miles and miles until it disappears behind the horizon. It just dips down below the horizon and disappears completely. When you know it's gone, scan your body and notice what happened to those feelings. Did they get stronger? Did they weaker? Did they change? Did they stay the same? What happened in your body? Once you've done that, reach your hands up. Imagine your hands are now the world's most powerful Frisbee magnets, and suck that Frisbee right back into your hands. And as you hold that picture up there with all those wonderful feelings in it, I'm going to teach you one of the most powerful, empowering, and important things you're going to learn, quite possibly for the rest of your life. Inside your mind, body, and soul, you are the god or goddess of your reality. You are the king or queen of your universe, and you have absolutely every right, privilege, and authority to make any change that you want for any reason that you want. And I want you to take charge of your power. I want you to take hold of your power right now. I want you to take that power, that authority, that playfulness, and I want you to play with the picture. I want you to make it bigger, make it smaller, move it up, move it down, move it in your body, move it out of your body. Notice how every time you change the size, shape, and location of that picture, the feelings, the quality of those feelings, the intensity of those feelings change too. And I want you to keep playing with it until you find the exact size, shape, location that gives you the exact feelings you want to have at the exact intensity level that you want to have it. And when you find that sweet spot, I want you to fix it into place. And notice how the feelings in your body shift and change as the energy flows from the picture to your body, from your body to your heart, from your heart to your bloodstream, and from your bloodstream, every place your blood flows, those feelings go into every nerve, into every cell, into every atom, into the very DNA of those cells, transforming, reprogramming, turning each and every cell of your body into a powerful, perpetual pleasure factory. Each cell of your body generating more and more and more of those amazing feelings in an infinite, ever expanding, and unlimited supply. There's no need to measure it, manage it, or make it happen faster. Just notice the process taking place. Allow it to install itself inside of you completely, fully, whole and total, impossible to turn off. And when you realize it's true, it's locked in, test it. Try to turn it off, try to make it go away, and notice what happens instead. When you're satisfied, go ahead and stop testing. Scan your body, notice how different you feel. Type what you experienced in the chat. Julia says, I felt like a giant. Very good. Jag zoned out. Nathan says, absolute security and warmth. Anybody else?